So what's up? What's up? This is your boy G, Butter G. Haven't made a video in quite some time now, maybe a couple months to a year. Not sure. Fell off with it. But to those of you who listen, I'm semi-mgtow, and just got some things to get off my chest. And every time I put a video out, I gotta get some things off my chest. Now, as you all know, I'm still single. I'm always gonna be single till you see some gray hair on my face, on my eyebrows, like Chris Kringle, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna be single. So with that said, I was at a house music festival. I want to say last like 2 Sundays ago or something like that. Maybe it was a Tuesday, not sure. But I met this woman. She's about 40 something, light skinned black woman. You know what I'm saying? Very nice looking, right? So when I got her number that day, before I got her number, her and her girls was having trouble with the tent. They was putting up a tent, and they were like having a little difficulties. I wasn't gonna go over there and help them out because of all this woman equality shit, and they should handle it themselves. But one of my people who I was with, and we was chilling on our tent, they was like right there. They're like, Joe, you ain't gonna go help? I'm like, all right, so I go help. I go help. I'm talking to him, chuckle, find out she's a Steelers fan. Oh, that's what's up. So the whole time I'm there, she's there doing her thing, and I see her running around doing this, that, and the third. So gravy. So I decided to go over there and talk to her at some point in time. I don't know what for. She looked good, and I wanted to ask her about some stuff. Or no, she called me over. She said, "Come here." And first of all, my semi-mgtow-ness was like, "You could come over here. you calling me over? You could just come over here." But you know, I didn't think nothing of it. So I went over there, squatted down to her. She was sitting in the chair, and so we talking. She asking me about the Steelers club that I'm in, this, that, and the third. Push come shove, I get a number. Boom. So we're texting back and forth, later that week. And I'm like, yo, let's go out, right? There's pros and cons to this woman. Now, we started talking and everything, and I was like, well, let's go out. And she said, I quote her, I don't mind going Dutch. I'm okay with it. Without me even saying anything. I'm like, oh, that was like a ooh moment. I'm like, okay, she'll go Dutch. Beautiful. But then I was like, you know what? I asked you out, so I don't worry about it. But I'll keep that under consideration. So push come to shove, we went out on a date. Went to this crab shack. It was cool. We laughed, joked, talked. It was cool. After that, she wanted to go bowling. I'm like, yeah, let's go bowling. So we went bowling, and she's competitive. I'm competitive, and we're tied up. I won a game. She won a game. I won a game. She won a game. And then we on the fifth game, and then it cut out. And I'm not letting a woman beat me in nothing. I don't care. So we there was like an arcade there, like kind of like Dave and Buster's game. So we played them. I beat her like 3 games out of 2. So I'm ahead. So the whole time we're talking, the whole 2 weeks or whatever, So after we went out, we're talking, texting, on the phone, all of that. Everything's cool. She's cool. I'm cool. She's laughing a lot. Everything's all gravy. So this past couple of days, today is June 20th on a Sunday, Father's Day. I ain't got no kids, so whatever. But on like I think last Monday or Tuesday, I was like, you doing anything Saturday? She's like, nah, we could get up. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, yo, let's go. We're going to go play some pool. So little did I know, I told her to meet me at the pool hall. So she meets me there. She's on time like she was the first time. And I'm sitting there, got a little bottle of wine for us to drink. She's sipping on some stuff. The pool hall, I paid for it, and I paid for the first date. I have no problem with that because I asked her out. So we're playing pool. I win the first game, right? Nice. She wins the second game. Okay. She forgets how to play, so she don't call out the 8 ball. I'm like, yo, you gotta call out the 8 ball. And she's like, oh, I didn't know. Da da da. I ain't played so long. I'm like, all right, yeah, but you gotta call out the 8 ball. And so she won. She wins another game. So now it's, I think, 1-1 or something like that. So she won one, I won one, and then the third game, she scratched on the 8 ball or something, so she lost. So, okay, we on the fourth game. And I'm not petty like that. But I am competitive. So we're playing, and all of a sudden, like, now mind you, I don't lie. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's always 2-3 sides to a story, but I'm gonna tell you what happened in my eyes, and I don't like to lie. If she beat me, she beat me. If she didn't, she didn't. So at a point in the game, the third or fourth game, I can't remember. Fourth game, maybe. Third game. We were tied up. She forgets she's solid and she hits my strike ball. And so I'm looking at her play and she, boom, I'm like, oh, that's my ball. And then she looked at me, oh, you didn't tell me that. Oh, now you cheating. Oh, I see how you do. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you hit my ball. You know you were solid for like the whole half of the game, and now all of a sudden you hit the strike ball. First of all, before she came and saw me, she went to a baby shower, and so she had a couple drinks in there before she even came through. So she might have been a little tipsy. But then after that, after she said, oh, you didn't tell me I hit your ball. I'm like, yeah, but you did it, and I thought you knew how to play. And so the whole time, I kid you not, like 15, 20 minutes after she hit that ball, she's getting on me, talking about I'm cheating because I didn't tell her she was hitting my ball when she was going through the motion. I didn't know where she was going with it. You know what I'm saying? So, that right there rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, that's the first score. That's the first con. So I'm like, I wasn't feeling it after this. I was like, yo, after this, I'm going home, whatever. But then, it got better. We playing, and all of a sudden, I made a crazy shot, and she didn't think I could, and I did. And, now she like, okay, we're all right, but you're cheating. I'm like, how am I cheating? And then the whole game, oh, you're lucky. You got that. Oh, that shot was lucky. That shot was lucky. Oh, shot was lucky. I'm like, I got hell of good luck in pool then. Anyway, push come to shove, we finished. I win 3 out of 2 games. So that's another win for me. So I give her the benefit of the doubt. And we go to the bar / restaurant afterwards. Now, the first time we met, she drove her car. And when I told her to meet me at the pool hall, I was under the assumption that she drove her car. Come to find out, so we're about to go to the next spot, the bar, and she's like, oh, we're taking your car. I guess you're driving me to the spot. I'm like, I'm driving you to where? Why? Where's your car? Your car's here. I thought she was too tipsy to drive. But come to find out, she got dropped off by her friend from the baby shower. I didn't know that. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'm driving you there. So we get in the car, and mind you, when we left out of the spot, I opened up the door for her. Not the car door, but the door to the pool hall we left out, opened up the door. I got in the car because I didn't really think she didn't have a car. So, she gets in the car. We drive there. She almost made me miss the turns because she didn't want me to put on my GPS for some reason. So we get to the spot, get there. I open up the door for her. She walks in, right? I say this to say something later. So, okay, so we're there having a couple of drinks. But before we have a couple of drinks, I walk in and I see a friend I know and his wife by the bar. They're at the bar celebrating a birthday or something because I saw him on Facebook and he was celebrating all month, week. So I'm like, oh, I see my boy. And she like, you want to sit at the bar? I'm like, nah, I really don't want to be by them. Let them do their thing. And we'll go over here. So we sit down. I'm like, let me go say hi to my boy. Say hi to my boy, come back. And she kind of like, she doesn't have an attitude, but like, she looks like, okay, I'm nothing. It's not that, but you know, I'm not going to introduce a date, you know what I'm saying, that I'm on. Like, it just doesn't resonate with me. So we're drinking, talking, everything's going good. Now, I forgot, you know, I put aside the fact that she did what she did at the pool hall. I'm like, it is what it is, whatever. So basically, we're talking and getting real. We starting to know each other a little bit better. And she just says certain things that I'm like, really? Okay. And like, she gives me looks like she's disapproving of whatever I'm saying. I'm like, oh, okay. And mind you, every time she goes to the bathroom, she went to the bathroom twice at the pool hall. She's in there for like 5-7 minutes. I'm not counting it down, but I'm like guesstimating. She's in there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, what is she doing in there? Every time. So now we at the bar and she does the same thing. She's in the bathroom for like mad long. I'm like, it is what it is, but I'm sitting there by myself and I'm not on my phone trying to look at nothing else. And it's like, all right, she comes back. And it's like, you know, when I mentioned it, she kind of got an attitude about it. But it was what it was. So, okay, the check comes. Of course, I'm going to get it. But before the check comes, I'm like, yes, I'm ready for the check and ready to get out of here. And it was like 11 something. She's like, oh, you got something, I guess you got something to do. I'm like, no, I don't have something to do, but I told her previously that day that I was up till like 5 in the morning at work. On and off, we had calls. So I was kind of tired. I didn't get a good, nice rest, and I didn't really get a nap during the day. So she says, okay, I'll call the Uber. I'm like, no, you don't have to call the Uber right now, but I'm just going to call for the check. You can wait on the Uber. So no, I'll call the Uber. I'm like, oh, all right. So she calls the Uber. She's having problems with the Uber. So we get the check. I pay for it, no problem. Go outside. We're talking. And she having a problem with the Uber. So she's like, why don't we just go wait in your car? I'm like, all right, no problem. Now, she's getting dropped off like maybe 5 minutes or 7 minutes away. So I'm like, and we're talking in the car. And the whole time I'm like, she has like an attitude. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of feel a certain way because I'm feeding off of her energy, you know? We're going back and forth about, you know, oh yeah, this is what she said. So we get in the car. Now, she said, oh, let's get in the car. And I'm like, all right, cool. I get in my side, she gets in her side. And when we get in the car, she's like, oh, I guess you're not, chivalry is dead. I'm like, what are you talking about? I guess you don't open the car door for people. I'm like, I mean, I can, but it's like we're getting in the car and we're leaving. I didn't feel that I need to open the car door for you. You a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? And I told like, if I was to pick you up, I would open the car door for you. First date, couple dates, I'll open the car door for you. No problem. But you would like, I didn't think that it was a big deal, but she made it a big deal. So that's another one. So I'm like, I'm just not feeling good about this. So, you know, push come to shove, she ends up, I'm like, yo, why don't you just let me take, we sit in the car for like 10 minutes. The Uber didn't come. The Uber's acting up. I'm like, why don't you just let me take you? Are you scared to have me take you to your house? I'm not a like creep or stalker. So she ends up saying, yeah, just take me there. So she takes me there. She barely, you know, hits the turns. And I'm like, okay. So I drop her off and we're sitting. She gives me a little hug. And she says, oh, if we weren't in the car, I'll give you a better hug. I'm like, oh, okay, it's all good. So I'm expecting like a kiss on the cheek and not, you know, something. Like she just gets out the car. I'm like, okay. So I say that to say this. Like, some of these black women, and not all, but some of these black women feel that niggas owe them something. And I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't owe you shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe you nothing. But when we talked in the car, when I was dropping her off, so what are you doing next Sunday? This, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. So she wanted to do something. And she said, "Oh, you want to see me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." But in my back of my mind, I'm like, "No." So, bottom line is, I'm not fucking with her no more because of the fact that she made me feel like horrible at the pool hall. She made me feel funny about being chivalrous, and that rubs me the wrong way. So I'm on to the next one. Even though I did like her, she just rubbed me the wrong way that second date, man. Like, how do you not, unless she didn't offer to pay, the first time she offered to go Dutch. But the second time, she just ain't even pick up the finger to say, I'll pay for the tip. None of that. I don't mind. It is what it is. I'm tired of dating. I'm tired of these women who think that men owe them something. You know what I'm saying? And this is why when we play games, I'm going all out. Fuck that. I'm going to beat your ass to let you know. I mean, business. That's so stupid. But, whoever's watching this, hopefully I'm just giving some insight into black women a little more. And this is, I hate to say it, but this is why I don't mess with black women, man, because a lot of them, and I'm not just saying a couple of them, maybe 1 out of 10, no, 50 to 60% of them are very arrogant, are very narcissistic, like they're owed something. But in the grand scheme of things, like if we don't come 50-50, I can't mess with you. So I've been talking for a minute. Anyway, this is it. I'm done. It's your boy G, Butter G, semi-mgtow, and all y'all out there, man. Just keep doing the MGTOW life, man. Don't get married. Don't have no babies by these chicks. You don't want no child support in your hands. I don't have no kids. I'm about to leave this place. Got new tenants for this side, so I got the whole 2-family rented out now. I leave in like 3 days, and I'm making some money off of it. So I'm living my dream. I hope y'all live y'all dream. Don't get married until like 40-something, 50. You know what I'm saying? Make them wait. Forget it. Because all that marriage is a piece of paper. Just watch out for yourself, man. Don't let these women take you for everything you got. Your boy G, Butter G. Out, baby. Send me next time. Y'all stay up.